First play of the game here for the Broncos defense. They get after Aaron Rodgers. Rodgers, one of the least sacked quarterbacks coming into this game, gets sacked 5 times. You know how hard that is against a future Hall of Famer. But Denver, they're going to come out in man coverage right here across the board. Garrett Wilson's going to go in motion. Surtain's going to follow, but now they have a corner on the other side. He's going to communicate, hey, Riley, bump out. Take Wilson there. That means that Wilson is going to have coverage by Riley Moss. PJ will guard the tight end at this point because Denver, they are sending a lot of pressure right here. They're sending both linebackers. They're sending 5 down linemen here, and they're locking up. And Rodgers just gets walloped here by Justin Sternad. Really good design, too, because Sternad's going to come free on a little bit of a delay inside, has a free path to Rodgers, and Rodgers didn't even see it coming. Usually he's good at being able to get the ball to his hands, but if you look at the top of your screen, good coverage here by Riley Moss on top of Garrett Wilson. No separation. PJ's over the top of the tight end. Maybe he can try to flick this off to the dumping tailback here. Not really going to happen. Or fullback, might I add. Big-time play here. Let's watch it from this angle. DJ Jones lined up in a zero technique. Head up on the center. Zach Allen, he's lined up inside right here. A 4-eye. Jonathan Cooper outside. Nick Benito outside. John Franklin Myers is lined up in a 4-eye. And because you're going to send these 5 guys that are at the edge of the line of scrimmage and the 2 linebackers, you have a 7-man pressure right here. So let's watch how it's designed. You're going to see DJ Jones. He's going to attack and stab right here against the center. Zach Allen is going to climb inside. John Franklin Myers is going to try to do the same. That's going to free up Sternad to come underneath here for a wide open sack on Rodgers. Down he goes. Good coverage. Once again, good stunt here. Crashing inside, outside, inside. Boom, blitz. Breece Hall is going to have to pick up Cody Barton. Benito on the outside, one-on-one. And then nothing. Rodgers has nowhere to go. Justin Sternad, big time, stepping up in place Alex Singleton on Sunday against the Jets. On this play, we're going to watch Patrick Surtain. He's going to be against Garrett Wilson. He's going to make the tackle here. Now, Lazard, he's going to motion across. Broncos in man coverage, so Riley Moss is going to have to chase here. Lazard's going to turn it into a wheel. Garrett Wilson, the moment the ball is snapped, he's going to come underneath the formation here. He's going to roll out to the flat. Rodgers is going to dump it off to him, and Surtain's going to make the play. You're going to have the tight end right here, though, running a corner. He kind of comes a little bit wide open, so you have to ask, hey, is there a miscommunication there on the, in terms of where the safety's at? Because this tight end's also coming down as well. So what happens? Why is this guy wide open? It's one of those ones that, hey, Denver got a little fortunate on that play there. Rodgers dumps into the flat. Surtain comes up, bops Garrett Wilson. No gain on the play. To be able to track this play backside underneath, that's a hard play for a lot of teams, for a lot of players in the National Football League to make. Surtain has been special this season against opposing teams' number 1 options. Garrett Wilson didn't have really any success at all in Sunday's game against PS2 when covered, according to our friends over there at NFL Next Gen Stats. So let's watch it here from this angle. Tight ends coming across. And look, the Jets, they've run this play quite a bit. Conklin has had success with this play. Rodgers doesn't go to him here. Wilson catches it. Surtain comes up. And that's the thing I like about Pat. Pat's not afraid to come up and tackle. He has earned every single penny of his $96 million contract extension. The Broncos, number 1 cornerback, arguably the best cornerback in the NFL. Patrick Surtain is that guy right here at the top of your screen, lined up in the slot, covering the number 2 receiver, which is Garrett Wilson. Jaquan McMillan right here on the outside. He's going to cover, obviously, the outside receiver. PJ Locke, because of motion, is going to roll down here and play coverage against the tight end. And then you're going to have coverage over the top, obviously to the multiple receiver side, man-to-man coverage down here with Riley Moss. And then what you're going to see, Cody Barton is going to blitz on this play, combined with your rusher, your 4 down linemen, your 2 outside backers, your 2 down linemen there. And Sternad is going to replace in coverage the route by the running back to the flat. He's going to get there. It's just replacement. Now the route concept's number 1 at the top of your screen. He's going to run vertical here. Garrett Wilson's going to stutter step, try to get Patrick Surtain to commit to opening up to the outside, and then he's going to break on an inward slant. PS2 reads it the entire way, knocks it away, and then number 1 down here is just going to run vertical off the screen, and Riley's going to cover him. But let's watch it develop here. Now you see Cody Barton's going. Sternad's going to replace because tailback's leaking out. Lock up here, and this is going to Garrett Wilson. Look, great recovery here by Surtain. Plants that foot, gets in position, hand on the hip, ball side hand forward, knocks it away. Incomplete. Let's take a look at it in slow motion. Good mirrored step right here from Surtain. Good coverage across the board. Riley Moss opening up. Just really good. Can play press coverage, can play off-ball coverage. Denver's secondary has enough versatility. They can get away with sending these pressure looks and then getting after the quarterbacks. They're not going to replace here against Breece Hall. Just right here. Good job by Surtain. Okay, hey, Wilson's going to step back inside. He does a great job flipping, stepping at a 45-degree angle, hand on the hip, ball side hand forward, knocks it away, incomplete. PS2, look at that, celebrating. Top dog, number 2, and he's number 1 in the NFL. He's one of the best that does it right now at a high rate. Now, in terms of that, you got Zach Allen right here. You got your defensive end working here. And then you got, obviously, Cooper, Bonito outside working one-on-one. I like this little stunt here by Malcolm Roach. Zach Allen's going to come back here, and now Cody Barton's going to get his hands up. Surtain brings that ball side hand forward, knocks it away, incomplete. Good stop by Denver's defense. Broncos defense comes up with a sack here on second down. John Franklin Myers is going to come up with the play. But now you get a motion to a trip side over here, right? And this is going to set up almost kind of like a pick in the way that Mike Williams comes off the line of scrimmage. He's going to act like he's going to block the number Jaquan McMillan, cut back inside. Garrett Wilson is going to act like he's going to run an inside route to try to get them to bite on a potential fake pick and then run back on a fade route right here. Allen Lazard, number 3, he's going to run right over here, and Brandon Jones is going to pick him up. Pass Surtain one-on-one against the tight end. JFM's going to come in here. We'll slow it down here so you can see it once again on the replay. JFM getting the sack here. Now watch these 3 guys in combination with these 5 defensive players and how it's communicated. Start off with these 2 guys right here and their routes. Watch how Mike Williams comes out, almost fakes like it's going to be a pick. Comes inside. Jaquan McMillan's going to get hands-on, follow him on the hip. Riley Moss isn't fooled. He's staying outside over here. He's going to pick up Garrett Wilson, PJ right here. But now you see Brandon Jones knows that, hey, Lazard's coming across. He locates him, and he's just going to turn and cover him. JFM beats a double team right here between Vera Tucker and Breece Hall. He's going to wrap around the legs of Rodgers, bring him down for the sack. Big play there for JFM against his former team. Now, let's take a look at it from the other angle. What are we going to see here? You get a one-on-one on the outside against Nick Bonito. These 2 guys are going to double-team Zach Allen. JFM is going to come off initially against Vera Tucker. Breece Hall is going to come in and double-team Chip. And now you got this offensive tackle stepping out wide against Jonathan Cooper in a one-on-one. Now, this is just patient hands and movement here by JFM. Fights through and is able to wrap up Rodgers. Usually on these plays, you see Rodgers extend on a scramble drill. He finds guys open. He's got nowhere to go. Like, he debates tucking it inside, but knows, hey, Jonathan Cooper's spinning right here. Sternad could come up right here, and now you have JFM. Rodgers makes the decision, hesitates. No one's there. He's going to eat the sack here on second down. Denver's defense, once again, 1 of the 5 sacks on Sunday. Aaron Rodgers is going to take a shot right here at the top of your screen. Riley Moss going to have great coverage against Gibson, one of the speedier guys in the NFL. You have trips to the defensive right side. Denver's going to be playing zone on the right from the looks of it. Because you have a single receiver up here, most of the time we're coached, hey, you got a solo guy, you got to play him as man. You obviously have Brandon Jones. He's cheating down right here, eyeing the tailback, or if anything, he's going to cross. You're going to have number 3 right here. He's going to come up vertically and then kind of run a little bit of an in route there. Garrett Wilson's going to come shallow underneath, and then this guy's just going to be a decoy. He's not even going to run hard here. That's not a good look from the outside receiver, but they're just going to take a shot. Now, what confuses me on this play is that these linemen right here, they release and they get past the line of scrimmage. In my opinion, could have been an ineligible man downfield on this play. Not sure if they were trying to set up anything else out of it, like a tailback screen, but it looks like, yeah, actually, that's exactly what they were trying to do. But Rodgers just takes a shot on the fade route right there, and it falls incomplete. Watch Riley Moss here. This is definitely an attempted screen here to Breece Hall based on how they set it up. It's like when you call it on Madden, the slip screen, but then you just throw the vert instead. That's exactly what happens. The top of your screen, there's our focus. Let me get back on track. Riley Moss, step for step, playing in stride, in phase against a speedy wide receiver. When you play opposite of PS2, you're going to get targeted. Riley Moss has been very good this season for Denver defensively. So let's watch it here once again. These guys let the defensive line through. That means, as you're always coach, hey, if someone lets you through, that's a problem. They don't even look to the screen here. Rodgers takes the pop shot there. And what we call in terms of where this football's thrown right here, we call that kind of the red line in a sense. That's where, hey, you have a perfect throw. It's high to the outside. No matter how good a coverage you have, if the receiver catches it, I mean, it's certainly possible. There's nothing a corner can do in that situation. Nothing that the wide receiver could do against Riley Moss, though, on this play specifically. Right before halftime right here, Aaron Rodgers hits a very, very beautiful, we call it the honey hole shot against cover two. You got three receivers to the left side. You have gun left, and then you have a one-on-one down at the bottom of your screen, PS2 against, obviously, Garrett Wilson. You have safety over the top here, Jaquan McMillan playing what we can maybe call this level 2 area. But because you have an outside release right here, Riley Moss is going to open up with Mike Williams. I want you to watch it right here. He's going to open up here and watch how he immediately gets hands on, but he's kind of floating. He turns to the quarterback. This indicates zone coverage, and a little bit of a hand is great, right? Maybe you can get a better jam. I don't know. Let's see the leverage there. Does a great job floating underneath because Riley also has to see what's coming out to the flat. Well, there's a tight end right there or a tailback. Now you get underneath it. Safety Brandon Jones is coming over the top. This right here, well-placed football by Aaron Rodgers. Great shot there by Brandon Jones. Doesn't get flagged. It's not going to get fined. That's a great football play. But Mike Williams still finds a way to get both feet in bounds. Now watch it again. Riley's got to protect, right, because he's got flat. And ideally, maybe in a perfect world, hey, you can pass this off to Jaquan McMillan, but now this guy's coming free. So you have to figure out, hey, Rodgers taking this shot right here. The cover two honey hole is a beautiful thing, well placed, only where Mike Williams could get it. He takes the shot, manages to get it complete. I mean, that was a heck of a play there. Good coverage by Denver all around. Let's watch it here again. I'll even slow it down right. Look at that. Mike Williams somehow gets both feet in last second. That was a good play by the Jets offense before the half. The Broncos defense gets a sack right here. Cover one, at least looks like that way across the board. You got man, Surtain against Garrett Wilson. You got man right here, Jaquan against number 2. Riley Moss against number 1. Brandon Jones playing the middle of the field. P.J. Locke playing man coverage right here. And then obviously Cody Barton is showing a blitz look here. He could man a line against his tailback. Obviously, if this tailback swings out, dangerous situation potentially here. But the route concepts you're going to see, Garrett Wilson's going to motion all the way across the formation and try to run an out route here to the flat. He slips and falls down. This guy right here, tight end, he's just going to run crossing pattern. Number 2 right here, he's going to run a crossing pattern. And the number 1, he's going to run vertical up here and kind of bend it to a corner here. Riley Moss, good coverage across the board here for the Broncos, but they're going to send Nick Bonito, Jonah Ellis at D-end, inside linebacker Cody Barton, Malcolm Roach, Zach Allen, and Jonathan Cooper off the edge. They're sending the house here after Aaron Rodgers. Love this too because really they're bowing the pocket around Rodgers. Nothing is coming open for him. He's not going to be able to set his feet in any way, shape, or form here with Cooper screaming off, Bonito here. And now you got inside pressure from Malcolm Roach, who does a great job. And then Jonah Ellis is going to come out right here. Rodgers has nowhere to step up and run. This should have been a strip sack. Denver ran out of challenges. They couldn't challenge this play. That would have been a scoop and score if the refs let them play a little bit. But once again, Malcolm Roach right here, just getting inside penetration right away, being held while doing it as well. Zach Allen working against 75. And then you obviously have Jonah Ellis playing DN one-on-one against Breece Hall. I'll take that matchup any day. Gets his outside hand free. Malcolm Roach is coming from behind. He's going to wrap up. Both guys knock the football free. It is out. Scoop and score. Once again, pressure look. Boom, off the edge. Boom, 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 boom. Denver sending it, locking up across the board here in man coverage. Rodgers has nowhere to go. And look, I think this is just good gap discipline. Guys aren't getting too far upfield. There's nowhere for him to step up and try to tuck it and run in this situation here. He tries to get to the outside, but Denver is there. Big play there. Malcolm Roach, Jonah Ellis. Good play by the Broncos defense. This is from the first series of the drive here for the Broncos against the New York Jets on Sunday. Obviously, third down situation. Denver playing zone. They got a too high safety look here. You got Sternad walked up. Barton playing back a little bit. You got Jaquan McMillan inside the nickel. Riley Moss and Pat Surtain here at the cornerback spot. And basically, this is just going to be a little in-breaking route. This is going to be a design play to Garrett Wilson to get him the ball in space. Conklin's going to come out here and try to run a little bit of a pick route. Denver's defense right here, Brandon Jones, he's the guy that we're going to watch. Just takes a great angle, comes up and runs support, knocks the football away. Riley Moss in the right place at the right time. Comes up with the big-time recovery here. Stick of the shoulder, ball comes free. Denver's got it. Good field position here. early on for Denver's offense. Unfortunately, they couldn't capitalize on that. But you're going to look at it as well. Jonathan Cooper out wide, Nick Bonito. You got Zach Allen playing a 4-eye. John Franklin Myers, he's playing a 5 technique, which is head up on the offensive tackle. And so now you have a little bit of space here, right? Because, hey, it's a passing situation. You're not necessarily going to run it at this depth. And in terms of the game plan, what they're looking at in terms of third down. So, ball snapped. Rodgers is looking. He already sees. He already knows he's going here for Garrett Wilson. Crossing pattern here. Conklin's going to come out to try to lead block right here. And then basically, bang, dislodge the football. Wet conditions. Broncos in the right place. Recovery to the defense. All right, 3rd and 6 right here. Nick Bonito is going to get the sack on Aaron Rodgers. The Jets right here, they're going to try to run a pick concept to free up Garrett Wilson underneath right here, and it's really going to start out of a Trey Wright formation. These guys at the bottom of your screen, they're going to run a little bit of a pick to free up. You know, you got an outside release, and you got some guy coming inside. PJ is going to be helping inside. Tyler Conklin, the tight end, is going to come underneath and try to set a pick here against Patrick Surtain. But the Broncos here, their pressure, it's timed perfectly because you got Bonito coming off the edge. You got Zach Allen. You've got your walked-up linebackers. Sternad's going to drop back into coverage. Cody Barton's going to drop back for a second and then blitz. DJ Jones is coming. Jonathan Cooper on the outside edge. They're going to get home here against Aaron Rodgers on the outside edge. He has no time. He has nowhere to go. Everything is well covered. So let's look at it from this perspective. He's going to drop back here and cover. You're going to drop back and then blitz because, boom, you're going to have your pressure look, and then Bonito coming off the outside edge. Let's watch it set up here. As you can see, Conklin, he's going to try to come up to set a pick, not necessarily against the linebacker, but maybe here against Surtain because Sternad is coming outside. Now, there's just no time for Aaron Rodgers to throw in this situation. Look at that. Good pressure design. DJ Jones is coming free. Bonito does the shoulder dip around the edge. You got pressure right here from Jonathan Cooper crashing inside against Breece Hall. And now Cody Barton is coming on the outside. There is nothing for Rodgers to do. He is nowhere clean to throw this football right now, and he's got to hold on to the football, take a sack. Bonito gets home. 1 of 5 sacks by the Broncos defense on Sunday. The Broncos defense had a goal line stand here for 3 straight plays. They kept Aaron Rodgers, Breece Hall, and the Jets offense out of the end zone here. Obviously, the Broncos coming out in a little bit more of a heavy front because you have heavy personnel package on the offensive side. And Denver does a great job here of stymieing it. Really, Jonathan Cooper coming off the edge, creates some penetration. These guys all win their one-on-ones. It allows guys like Christian Welch and Cody Barton to fill to stop Breece Hall on this play. You're going to see the pulling guard. We'll show you the angle from the other way, but Welch comes in with the stick. Broncos stop him right here. All right, so what are we going to see here? This guy right here is going to go one-on-one against Jonah Ellis. He's going to try to cut block Zach Allen right here. Guard is going to pull and try to be there part of the kick out, and then you just have down blocks there and fullback lead Jonathan Cooper. Now you got motion going away from you. Surtain's going to chase that. Jonathan Cooper is going to cheat down because, hey, now you need to step in. Now you got Brandon Jones who can replace you exactly where you were at there and then win your one-on-ones right here. Just good performance. Now, Jonathan Cooper attacks this. Barton's going to fill right here. Brandon Jones on the outside for Catane. Welch is going to fill inside right here and is able to stick Breece Hall. No touchdown here for the Jets. The first of 3 plays. Second play here on the goal line series for the Jets. What you're going to see here, you're going to have a pulling guard. You're going to have, obviously, a tight end blocking on the outside. Fullback can try to lead. This is going to be try to, be an outside run to a cutback here for Breece Hall. Jonah Ellis right here really does a great job of disrupting this because he's going to attack the tight end, push him into the puller. The fullback is going to be congested right there. It allows Christian Welch to fill through to make the tackle here on Breece Hall. And obviously, you're going to have P.J. Locke playing contain on this play. So let's watch it formulate right there. PJ's attacking outside, gets kind of, I feel like you could say, held a little bit by 2 guys. Welch fills the gap because he shoots through it. Let's take a look at it here from the other angle. Now, the New York Jets, they're just going to down block here, pull, one-on-one, fullback. You're trying to just open things up and then obviously try to get up there. One of these guys misses because obviously Jonah Ellis disrupts, pushes him into the puller, the fullback there. So now PJ is going to have 2 guys blocking on him. Because of that, it allows Christian Welch to get skinny and stick Breece Hall here. Jonah Ellis maintains his ground, and then you have obviously pursuit backside here for the Broncos to get the stop defensively. Let's rewind it here from a slow motion angle. Once again, I just think DJ Jones, Zach Allen, Jonah Ellis, these guys do a great job. Cody Barton trailing backside. nowhere to go here for Breece Hall. 10 carries, 4 yards on the day, held out of the end zone once again. The Broncos defense stops the play-action play right here. John Franklin Myers is going to chase down Aaron Rodgers, but this is the route concept you're going to see. Play-action fake, fullback. He's going to run to the flat, tight end right here. He's going to chip upfield and then try to get across on the out. Tight end backside is going to try to run a backside crosser right there, but John Franklin Myers disrupts this the entire way. Not sure here if Braylon Allen's supposed to run a route, but he comes out and cut blocks Jonathan Cooper. There is nowhere for Rodgers to go. There's the cut block right there. Good job. You have coverage right here on him. Cody Barton's going to turn his head and locate because Welch is communicating in. So he's going to get on him. Number 89 is not going to be open either. And now you got John Franklin Myers chasing you as well. This is a tough decision. Notice how Rodgers bows it out right here. He's hoping he can maybe stop, maybe get him to overcommit, and then maybe find a guy open on a scramble drill for a touchdown. It's not there. He says, I'm throwing it away. Franklin Myers says, hello, old friend. Good to see you again here. So let's watch it from the other angle. Nice little design here. Boom. Cut block there. I don't know if that's legal or not. And then just good coverage here. Brandon Jones on the fullback. Barton locating this tight end right here. There is nowhere for Rodgers to go. And the cool thing about JFM chasing right here, Christian Welch can now pursue at this angle. He can stay covered right here, and there's nothing yet. He knows that. Throw it away. Third down stop in the red zone. Denver's defense, they are humming. Vance Joseph has these guys playing at a high level. Personnel is playing at a high level. Nobody open here for the future Hall of Fame quarterback. He throws it away, takes a shot from his old friend JFM, who's now a member of the Denver Broncos. Broncos defensive coordinator Vance Joseph in his bag on this play. 4th down, right? You got man coverage looks all across the board here from the Broncos. You got a single high safety, and you got your 2 inside linebackers walked up showing. You got your safety walked up, where often at times, okay, hey, from the weak side, he may just decoy, right? He may just show that he's going to be blitzing. But if there is a blitz and it's coming from the nickel, which is Jaquan McMillan, the idea is to throw against the blitz. That's what quarterbacks are coached to do. But I don't think he expects P.J. Locke to come and also get home. Really good design here by the Broncos. They're just showcasing everything here. Aggressive look by Vance Joseph. They're going to drop Cody Barton back, Jonathan Cooper back in coverage, send Jaquan McMillan, safety over the top, corner over here, and you're going to get replacement from Barton over here in the curl to flat, while PJ is going to be coming off the outside edge, one-on-one down here. Like, you have to get home here, especially backside. PJ does just that, because maybe that crossing pattern at the top of your screen was coming open. Let's take a look at it from the other angle here. You've got a 4-eye right here from your defensive end. You've got Zach Allen right here playing inside shade, kind of a 4-eye as well. These guys are kind of playing tilt, an apex, outside backer. Both inside linebackers walked up inside the A gap. Barton's going to drop back here. Sternad's going to crash inside. Zach Allen's going to come in through right here. And then you're just going to try to win the point of attack, drop back into coverage. And then your backside pressure is the one that's going to get home here by P.J. Locke. Let's take a look at it. Stunt inside. P.J. comes free, almost knocks away strip sack. Rewind it. Let's go slow motion here, just so you can see the design by Denver's defensive line. Now, great job right there. Nick Bonito's going to command really 2 blockers, frees up P.J. Locke, sacks Aaron Rodgers, essentially ends the game for them in this situation.